Hey guys, what is up? It's your girl Champ. I'm back with another fabulous video. I told you guys last time when I did my video about my experience at Sweetie Pies, some people got it confused and thought that I was going to be talking about the charges with Tim Norman and all that stuff, but that's not really what this video is about. I already made a video about those charges and I talked about it, and basically I said I really don't have anything to say about it. I think everyone should pray for the family, okay? I'm really good friends with Charles. I want nothing but the best for Miss Robbie and everyone else, and I think it's a sad situation regardless. No matter how it turns out, it's a sad situation. If you did it, it's sad. If you didn't, it's sad. Like, you know, no matter what, it's a sad situation. So just pray for the family. Now, if you're going to stay tuned for the rest of this video, please understand, I just want to make it clear because some people somehow got confused. This video is about my experience working for Sweetie Pies. If you want to know what it was like working at Sweetie Pies and working for Tim and what my personal experience was, continue to watch, okay? I'm not going to be spilling tea about the family. I'm just going to be talking about my experience. So hopefully that is enough for y'all. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this video. I'm going to have my girl Chrissy asking the questions. Some of you guys may have heard Chrissy. You did not see her, but you definitely heard her in my last Q&A that I did by myself, the Corvette Q&A along PCH, Pacific Coast Highway. And just to touch base on something some of you guys said, there were a few comments about, oh, you know, look at her clout chasing. You know, why did she choose to speak about this now? Well, I'll give you two reasons. Number one, because it's something that it took courage for me to talk about. And number two, because I always said I was going to talk about it. If you actually go back to that other video with Chrissy, there is a point where I said I would do a Q&A and I would, you know, talk about my experience at Sweetie Pie. So if you really, you know, need to fact check it, go ahead and go look back. This is something that I've been planning before, you know, any charges came up or anything like that. And I do believe that everyone has the right to speak their truth. So this is my truth. All right, Chrissy, are you ready?
Period, sis.
Period.
Okay, so first question. Did you ever inform Miss Robbie that Tim wasn't paying you?
Did I ever inform Miss Robbie that Tim was not paying me? The answer is no. And I will tell you why. Miss Robbie and Tim already had their own little interactions going on. And I'm sure you can, you know, read about them in the headlines, go look them up. But you also got to understand that I didn't work for Miss Robbie. I worked for Tim. And if you watched the show, you would know that a lot of times Robbie was getting mad at Tim because he was doing stuff and opening restaurants without her permission, which therefore means it was not her restaurant. So it wouldn't make sense for me to go to someone who had nothing to do with the restaurants, who didn't cut any of the checks, who didn't manage any part of the restaurant in North Hollywood. Why would I go to her about my pay? She's not the one paying me. Tim was. Tim was responsible for my pay, not Miss Robbie. So no, I didn't bother her with it.
Did this issue follow you to the Sweetie Pies in Inglewood?
Which issue?
The not being paid.
Yes. Yes, it did. There were a lot of hours I would work. I would be there for a lot of hours, and like my check would be like $100, $200. So
he was paying you what he wanted, not what you had earned.
Yeah, and I wouldn't always get my hours. And even then, I was working for minimum wage. So even if I did work 1,000,000 hours, even if I worked 40 hours a week, I would not have had enough money to pay my rent.
Okay, can I ask you, why did you, when you did your interview and you knew you were getting paid minimum wage, why did you accept that? I know you.
I didn't know I was getting paid minimum wage.
Okay.
This is funny. In St. Louis, when I interviewed for Sweetie Pies, I was told it would just be answering a few emails, which is, everybody knows I'm great at technology. I can do that with ease. I'm very smart. So, you know, I can answer emails, I can talk business, that's easy. That's pretty much what it was, opening mail, answering emails. And when I was working in St. Louis, I got more money and was paid more hourly than I did when I moved to LA. Which makes no sense because the cost of living is more expensive out here, by far. I think my first apartment ever in St. Louis was $600, and I really thought I was doing it big. Okay, I thought I was doing it big. I picked a nice apartment, and then, you know, out here, it's $1,600. So, it doesn't really make much sense. And I also didn't know that I was going to get a pay cut out here.
So I'll say when I used to come to Sweetie Pie's to see you,
Mm-hmm.
it was at first it was a lot of Instagram pictures. You were taking pictures, selfies, pictures of people eating. You were doing a lot of, I felt marketing was your position there.
Right.
But I feel like that kind of started to change at some point because you didn't have time to socialize. You actually worked. Not saying you weren't working before,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't the type of work I thought you were there to do at some point. I felt like you were a cashier at a point.
Yeah, at one point I was running the cash register. And that really happened because other people were getting upset because I'm taking selfies or taking pictures with other, you know, with the guests, which, mind you, was what I was told to do.
Other people as in employees.
Other employees, yeah, correct. So other employees would get upset.
Okay, they weren't understanding that your job position, was it clear to everybody there that you were there for the TV show, not the restaurant?
I don't think all of them knew that I auditioned.
Okay.
And I didn't know that some of them didn't know that I auditioned. And even if they did know, they must have forgotten at some point. You know, as time goes by, maybe you forget how the other person got here. But obviously I needed a job. Obviously I needed more money than what I made on the show. So, you know what I'm saying? They would just get upset. Oh, it was really just her job looks more fun than ours.
Got you.
So, and also it was for the show. You know? Oh, it looks good if Danielle's in trouble and she has to work the cash register.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah. Sorry about that, you guys. We made the camera fall. Whoops. Okay, Chrissy, you ready? Let's continue.
Okay. So, next question. Why didn't the producers pay you? Everyone on reality TV gets some sort of pay.
That's funny you would ask this question. It shows you've probably never been on reality TV. But everyone on reality TV does not get paid. Okay? A lot of people are willing to just sign just to be on TV. Now, I'm not like that, but I was told it was just like a one episode thing, so I was like, okay, cool. I'll just do it, you know, just for fun. And as I started being on it longer, that's when I realized like, yo, I'm getting fired, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. I need some money. And that's when I was like, I'm not going to do it if I don't get paid. But even when I did finally get a contract with them, it was not enough to cover my monthly expenses. It wasn't enough to cover my rent, for sure, out here in LA. With food, with gas, plus rent, I wasn't making enough. So.
Okay.
People get paid. Some reality shows you get paid a lot of money. Other reality shows you can get paid very, very little.
And people also should understand that you were unknown at the time.
Right. Well, I wasn't unknown because it's crazy that was something I had to remember. Before Sweetie Pies, I did movies. Before Sweetie Pies, I've done other TV shows. So I know a lot of commercials and stuff. I've been in theater since I was little. I'm not saying I'm a huge star, but I've done stuff. I've been paid for my acting. And I think that's something I had to remind myself. Like, just because in this I'm being treated as far as like with my coworkers and stuff, just because I'm being treated like I'm less than here, you got to remember who you are. And that was the whole point of my video. Don't stay in a miserable situation because you think it's your end all be all. You can always move forward. It's only your end all be all as long as you stay there. And maybe I did take a long time to talk about this, and maybe it's not the best time because of everything that's going on, but I'm not making this video to hurt anyone. I'm just making this video because maybe there's somebody else out there in a similar situation and I would like them to live their best life instead of living misery.
Are you still good friends with anybody that you used to work with at Sweetie Pies?
Yes, I am. I'm friends with 2 people. I'm friends with Charles, who I love. I really just want to see Charles do good. I talk to him all the time. He's a great spirit. He's always making me laugh. We would get into it sometimes, but I think it was just like living together, living with people and working with people. That's definitely a challenge. I'm also really good friends with Bruce. I spoke to him yesterday. Proud of him. He just started his business. Yeah. So
Plug his business.
I don't know the name of his business. I don't know the name of his business, but when he comes to LA, me and Bruce will do a video, and you guys will definitely hear about his business. He's putting in water filters in people's homes. Okay?
She'll put the name somewhere on the screen.
I will put the name somewhere. Y'all will see about Bruce's business. Make sure you guys go check him out. He's doing a fabulous job. I'm so proud of him, and I'm so proud of Charles. Everyone else on the show, Chloe, I didn't get along with at all. There's a lot of just trying to make me look bad, trying to start, problems for the camera, not showing up when it was just a scene with me and her, trying to get me less airtime. It's annoying, but you can't help what everyone's dealing with internally. So I wish her the best.
Okay. So do you regret your time on Sweetie Pies at all?
I don't necessarily regret my time on Sweetie Pies, but I wouldn't go through it again. I think that my time on Sweetie Pies did a lot of damage for me as far as just like self-worth and how I looked at myself and what I was willing to put up with, and it took me a lot of time to rebuild that up and get back together. Not really anything to do with the people, like the network, but really just, the boss and the amount of money I'm working for and certain coworkers. There were some good times, though.
Can you give us an example of a good time? Because we've been hearing a lot of negatives. We could smile.
I know, we could smile a little bit. An example of a good time, when we weren't working, when we would go out to eat. My favorite times would be when Charles and Chloe would be there, but it was really with me and Charles, when we would be driving down, 405, coming home from Inglewood or to Inglewood or wherever Tim got us going, and we're just listening to music. Charles loves to sing, and he loves all the music I love, and he knows every word to every song more than I know. So it'd be like big karaoke in the car. That was really fun. Another good time but my favorite part of living with Charles was that he would kill every bug. And I remember the first time, it was funny because the cameras had just cut. They just stopped, filming. And they're still there, but I screamed so loud because we moved into this Airbnb and there was a bug, a huge black spider on my bed. And it just if anyone knows, I'm afraid of a few things: birds, fish, bugs. Okay, so basically anything that's not a human or an animal. But I screamed so loud that literally I think everyone put their camera on and ran in there because they thought I was dying. I screamed literally like bloody murder. And Charles came in and he killed the bug, and he did not stop because when I screamed, I think I scared the spider too, a big black spider, and it ran and hid, and he moved my comforter around and everything until he found it and he killed it. And from that day on, every time that I screamed, he, without even having to ask what was wrong, would come into my room or whatever room I was in with a shoe and be like, "Where is it?" And he would just kill it. So that was one of my favorite moments with Charles too. There's a lot of them because he would always kill the bug.
That's actually really sweet.
It was so sweet. And just the fact that he knew me so well and knew what it was, because he knew the scream. It was the same scream every time.
We know the scream, Danielle.
If you know me, you know the scream. But I just think the fact that he would always come in with that shit, "Where is it?" Charles also would help me clean my room if I had a boy coming over or something. And make it look good. And Charles is my therapist about guys, about anything. So
Okay, so last question.
Okay.
Would you ever do reality TV again?
I would never say never to anything, because there is something that I like about showing people real life and giving people a glimpse of reality. That's why I have my YouTube channel. If you look back, I have videos from 10 years ago. Only a few of them on there, because some of them were embarrassing. And I didn't even know what I was doing yet. But if you guys go back in my history, you can see some of them are still on there. They're really funny, so go watch them. Leave a comment. Let me know that you came from this video to that video. But that's kind of why I have my YouTube. I feel like my YouTube is my own reality show. And it's just like giving you a glimpse of my life and what I've got going on. But as far as an actual reality show, like on TV, I might do it. It just depends on what it is. But I'm not really looking to do any reality shows right now. I'm looking to do just scripted shows, acting.
Okay, I think that's all the questions that we have. Is there anything else you just want to say?
I just want to reiterate, you guys, if you guys made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I appreciate everybody's support, and I know I played with my hair a lot last time, but y'all gonna understand, your girl, that was my first time, like, not my first time in years though, having like a weave. And I know y'all got on me because y'all said that's not a weave.
Girl, I was just about to say, the fact that she's calling them braids a weave.
So this just lets you guys know I don't get them often, and I was so excited, and I'm gonna play with them as much as I want. And sometimes I play with my girls too, but that's just me. But anyways, anyone who made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. I appreciate your support. Hopefully you guys understand that this is a video about my experience. So many people on my last video were just commenting like, I thought she wasn't talking about it. Well, I still haven't, and I still won't. I wish the best for the family. I hope everything with that trial case, goes okay. And I mean, as best as it possibly can. Like I said, it's a sad situation regardless of the outcome at this point. But this is about my experience. I hope if anyone else is going through something like this, where you feel underappreciated at work, where if you're getting picked on at work, if you're getting underpaid, listen, sis, brother, you can do better. You're only limited to what you've got now if you stay in what you've got now. Sometimes you got to take a big leap of faith and move on and just go get what you deserve, okay? Because you're going to get it. The only thing that's going to stop you is you.
Period.
Now make sure you guys comment on this video, like and subscribe to my channel. I don't know if I'll really do another Q&A about this because I feel like I've answered everything, but if you guys do have questions, put them below. I'll think about it if I get enough. But just stay tuned for what I've got next, and I'll see you next time.